Hello everyone, my name is Rafik Fabian. I'm from the ITB, the double degree student, and also from the Design 3 BIB. And right now I'm doing an internship report for my ByteDance and TikTok career. First of all, I want to explain my role first in the TikTok. So actually, I do have two roles because apparently there's a transfer in my company, and I took opportunity of that. So my first role is like a semi-consignment, is a retail operations. Actually, I don't really do the operation parts, but I do mostly the financial parts. So the first thing I do in the semi-consignment is I do have to make a reconciliation report in there. So actually, what is a reconciliation report? It's like a report that you make to write down what value, or maybe like what how much money do we owe to the sellers. Like for example, the sellers are making like 5 millions in here from the TikTok, but the TikTok doesn't automate their payment, so we have to make it manually, and the total sell the total product that are sold in the TikTok will be put the reconciliation report, and we will send the reconciliation report to the sellers and confirm if they are really sold the products this much, and if they do, we do send our payment to the sellers. And the second one is a fashion campaign. So a fashion campaign is like you have to set up a traffic, or maybe like to have to keep in time for the date of the fashion for the campaign. Like for example, we do have to make a campaigns in the TikTok right now. So actually it's a double date, a 12/12, or maybe like 11/11. It depends on the month. It could be even 2/2 on the February, and also like May payday. So it is actually kind of a norm that in Indonesia you are paid, or maybe like you get your salary at 25 at the day 25. So TikTok making use of this culture, or maybe like of this information, and decide to make a campaign when the Indonesian people are getting their salary, as they are as the Indonesian people are conservative. So we do take advantage of that. We use that psychology, and maybe like we do our best to create a layout, or maybe like a sell our best product to them, so it could increase our GM. So what did I add value to my company? So actually there's a lot of value that I added to my company. Like for example, well, this is not to be, well, I do sound sorry here, but I want to be humble. So actually I do have a lot of traffic. Like for example, I do mention that I do create the traffic. So without the traffic, is the end-to-end process of the applications. It's actually an end to in the front end of the application. So actually, if the traffic is not up, the consumers cannot buy anything else. Like for example, in the campaign 12/12, there's a feed card, and with that feed card, you are going to the landing page. And in that landing page, there's a consists of several components, like for example, products that are promo, and for example, a shop that doing a campaign right now. So I do think that I have added value, and it's really, really important one, because if it is not live, then there's no landing page, and then if there is no landing page, there will be no GMV in TikTok. So the second part I want to explain is how do TikTok change. Actually, there's a lot of TikTok that I have that taught me like to evolve. Such, for example, I don't think that I have any experience in finance, or maybe like in design, but TikTok forced me to use some finance. Like for example, I have to make a reconciliation report. I have to make a P&L report. I also have to make a BPO. Well, I do not exactly make a BPO, but it is also the work of my friend, and we are kind of team. So I just kind of help him, and I think that I evolved that with the hard skills, like for example, DXA. Excel or maybe like the platform that's a Caravelle or maybe like Iris. Well, that's an internal tools. And also, I do know that how the campaigns work, how the traffic works, or maybe like how I can design something like, for example, a banner or maybe like a product that will be put in the H5. So after this, what the link of my future career? So actually, before joining to the TikTok, I don't really have any interest in anything else. Well, besides operations, because mainly I do like operations. Well, this is because I link to the operate because linked to my family business. Like for example, they are heavily reliant on operations of uh, hijab, modest cutting. But after I joined the dance, I realized that there's so much a department that I haven't got into, and maybe like I don't really know how it works. Like for example, there's also FMCG and also lifestyle, or maybe like there's also strategy, and maybe like in the future I want to try many more other department as not really I'm not the kind of person to maybe like touch into department one department maybe like one working styles. But I think that's it for my internship report. Thank you.